So we're back, and the ladies are with us tonight. But before we get into that, we can't let Mike get off the hook with this shirt he got on. Okay, now Jay pointed this out. I wish you guys could see Mike right now.
He's looking pretty.
He's looking real spiffy.
Like he's coming to take your daughter out tonight,
right?
And,
excuse me, sir. I'd like to date your daughter.
Conan movies tonight. I don't know if I'd let her go, but like
Mr. Steal Your Granny.
Yeah, we appreciate the T-shirt, Mike. We'll start with you. How are you doing?
Sir, I'm fine, sir. I'm fine. I had a great day, so I'm good.
You want to know what's funny? Like, as soon as Jay said something, I knew immediately what he was talking about. I was like, the collars popped and everything, the colors, you know, you're not so aggressive tonight. That's a good look for you, sure. Very good look. So we're going to go to Megan. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. I'm a little sunburned. I spent half the day outside with Pepper. She had a play date, which was a lot of fun.
So how many sunburns does it take for you to, like, understand you got to get under that shade a little bit?
Oh, no, I was under shade. And I had sunblock on. I'm what people call very fair-skinned, to the point where, like, any sun kind of gives me a little sunburn. So I normally stay inside.
As somebody we worked with, and he was there in Verizon. He used to get toasted every summer, like lobster eyes. I'm like, dude, you can't go out there, man. Like you're hurting me. But we're glad you're okay, and we're glad you're here tonight.
Thank you.
Tasha has her very cute headset on. We're glad that she's in. Looks like she's about to give me some technical support tonight. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's been a busy day. A lot of errands ran, but doing good.
That's when you know your life has entered adulthood. Like Saturday used to be cartoons and cereal and sleeping in. Now it's errands, all over the place. And you get home to take a nap.
It's the scene from what was it? Oh God, it's like we might go to what's it called?
About,
yeah. Oh my gosh.
Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
I can't think of that. Damn, that's bothering me now.
Old School.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like we might go to Home Depot. I don't know if we'll have enough time.
I was in Home Depot today. I bought a shovel and some grass seed, so that was my day.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah. Jay, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. Magnificent. Stupendous. Spectacular.
Oh, okay. Mean as ever. God damn it.
Yeah, we got a little taste of Saturday night. Jay coming in. I'm sorry we didn't get that on.
Practicing my stand-up.
You're funnier on Saturday. Well, you're funny all the time, but especially today.
I was feeling I had some ants in my pants.
Okay.
And then that Pete shirt. Salmon shirt.
There's a lot of hate going on toward my shirt.
It threw me off.
Like, why? It's not hate. You got to know how this is when the fellas,
right?
When they spot something.
I'm used to gangster Mike with the white tee. Look like he about to start hustling.
Mike be looking like he be sitting on his porch, telling the kids to stay off his lawn most of the time. But today, we like this look.
This is normal wear.
This is the happy Mike.
We need the polo shirt every show now
because he's smiling. He'll never smile. He'll never smile. Now he's just grinning ear to ear. It look like a little sunbeam coming off his cheek.
Glorious.
Somebody got to smile because you grumpy.
I'm definitely grumpy.
Somebody got to balance that out. You the one coming in extra hype today. I'm usually.
I'm coming in firing all cylinders.
Yeah. You are happy this week. Last week you was talking about not following Jay to hell. And,
right.
This week you're.
What did he do? I don't even know.
I probably did something crazy. I don't know what I said. I said something out of pocket.
Yeah, he said something that was ridiculous. Robert, sir, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Stressful the last couple days, but not too bad. I am 2 trophies away from platinuming Monster Hunter Wilds. Unfortunately, it's the RNG
I gotta get back in there.
So it could take me another 100 hours.
Yeah, I'm mad at y'all for making me buy that game. Like,
you don't like it?
I don't know. I tried it again today, and it's just like,
what you getting stuck on?
We'll talk later. It's just I was looking at this.
Don't let the stupid story keep you down. The game play is actually fun when they let
That is one downside to the game.
They handhold
the story is
shit
goofy, and then the cutscenes are way too long for such a goofy story.
I was laughing today. I got to the blacksmith, and it's like some hot character. I'm like, what is she's wearing in front of the furnace? And so I was like, okay, like whatever.
You got her belly all out.
Yeah,
my hair hasn't burned off for some reason.
Yeah, she's not equipped for the furnace right now. Like, if she was somewhere else, like it would make sense. But yeah, she made armor for me and my cat, and I was just noticing. I'm like, she's not following safety practices here.
Yeah, well, it gets better once you get past the story.
She's been cut.
I'm 110 hours in, and still kicking it.
Yeah, I need to get myself back in there.
All right,
I have a hard time drawing and playing games at the same time nowadays. I can't do both now.
I'm going to ruin the good mood now, and we're going to talk about streaming services again, Netflix again. So, is this the end for you? Who has Netflix here?
I still do.
Everybody. It's probably the first one that we've all signed up for. It was that and Hulu. It's almost become like one of the necessity bills almost, but like $25.
Netflix while they were still sending out discs.
Yeah.
I got it a little afterwards. I didn't sign up for Netflix because I thought it was really complicated, and Olivia was like, just do this, and then I had Netflix for like an hour. So it's become one of those bills you don't even think about. It's like, it's Netflix. What am I going to do without Netflix? That's passed. Like, what are we at? 20? What was it? 25?
Something like that. Something crazy.
What was the Tosh posted it? What was it? $25 now?
Yeah, it's like $25 if you do the 4K version and like the multiple screens at once. Mm-hmm.
Wild.
It's getting near the end. I think I commented on your post, as soon as Joe Goldberg is killed or imprisoned or whatever, like, I think I'm done. Cobra Kai ended. So that's one down. I rarely go to the app anymore, except for the shows that I've been following. What were you about to say, Rob?
Oh, I'd say potentially the end of Stranger Things this year, maybe.
Yeah.
I think it's going to end off screen. When are they going to, when is that happening? All those kids are about 30 now.
Sometime this year, I don't know.
And they're still playing like 13.
They can't do this. Like, I don't know. I've all but forgot about that. Like, they're being really irresponsible with that now. But how many streaming apps do you have, Megan? We'll start with you. How many streaming apps do you have?
I'm the worst person to ask. So I've got BritBox, Acorn, Viki, Iqui, Hulu, Netflix, Peacock, Paramount, HBO Max. That's it. So 9.
How much is that?
Did you make some of those up?
Iqui, what was that?
It is a Chinese drama, and it's Chinese, Korean, and Thai dramas. The same thing with Viki. It's mostly Korean, but they've got Chinese and Thai and Vietnamese and Taiwanese dramas on there, and Japanese. Viki, if you know where to go, is $30 for the year. So I only have Iqui for like every once in a while, and I have that right now. It was $7 for a month, and $70 for the year. There is BritBox and Acorn are both British TV stuff. BritBox is $70 for the year, but that is about to expire for me, and I'm not re-upping it. Acorn is also $70 for the year, and that's up in September. And I don't know if I'm reapplying that one. Max is, I share it with someone. Paramount, we get through Walmart. I forgot Disney Plus, but Disney Plus and Hulu were connected. Yeah, that's it. And Netflix and Peacock I get with Comcast.
And you're keeping all of those for the foreseeable future?
I'm dropping BritBox and Acorn and Iqui.
Okay. Now,
dropping some shit nobody ever heard of.
it's British TV, Australian TV, and Chinese stuff.
Put me on the Barbie. Why don't ya?
Tasha, what about you?
Oh, Crunchyroll. Sorry.
Oh yeah, Crunchyroll. Can't forget about that.
I have Crunchyroll, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, and those are the only ones that I personally have. And then for Clay, he has HBO Max, Peacock, and I think he canceled Shudder.
Okay, real quick, Tasha. I gotta stop you there. All right, you guys have been around. You guys have been together for a while now. It's you guys at streaming. Like, it's all together. Okay, all right. Like this.
Fair.
Yeah. Go ahead.
She got COVID.
That's his stuff. This is all mine here.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
It's not your sign, Clay.
it's
Not your
not
sign.
all being deducted from my,
I got you. Yeah.
my check. So when it comes to cost, when you come up with a question of how much that costs, I'm not going to know the answer. But yeah, it's Peacock, Max, and Disney Plus. I was thinking of bundling the Hulu and Disney at some point. I just haven't pulled the trigger yet because I would want the one to be ad free, and that's like $20 a month, and I just or more than $20. And I'm like, I really don't want the ESPN because I don't watch sports. So that's partially why I still haven't done that yet.
Okay. Okay, you're not as bad. Megan might have us all beat, but that's not as bad when you combine it as a couple. Individually, you're still fairly not as bad. Jay, I know you dropped Disney Plus a year ago, 2 years ago?
After what's it called? Acolyte. I dropped Disney.
So Jay didn't drop Disney Plus because of price, but he dropped it from disgust.
Pure disgust.
Yes, and that's a bold move. How many streaming services do you have?
And I just dropped Hulu because I was checking my prices and I saw it was like $20-something a month.
Hulu?
And I was like, get the fuck out of here. There's no way I'm paying. Like, you guys are tripping. So Netflix is on that edge, right? If it wasn't Netflix, it's like the standard, they would have been dropped too. Like, Hulu is just like auxiliary, like, okay, I can have it. But other than that, Crunchyroll, which I probably watch the most, and I get Paramount Plus because the wife wants that for the soap operas. And I have Max. I get Max through AT&T. We have Peacock, Amazon Prime, and is that it? That might be it. And maybe Tubi, but does Tubi count? You watch all those.
I got Tubi, yeah.
Hold up, man. Ask you the same thing my coworker says to me when we talk about Tubi. Stop talking about it before they make us pay for it.
I know.
Like,
right?
Tubi is like the best kept secret. Everything is on Tubi, like cartoons and shows and all the shit that you can't find anywhere else is on Tubi. Don't say that. Say.
But there's so many commercials. There are so many commercials.
That's fine. It's free. Like,
yes,
I like you a certain dollar amount. You got to expect certain things.
Right.
Like, it's free. Like, I can't complain about nothing free. And I'm dead serious. Do not say Tubi anymore. Say T streaming.
I'll say T streaming. There was a movie on T streaming.
The Boo.
The wildest premise I've ever heard.
And
you can only get it on T streaming.
It's a lot of wild movies on there. Like
the Grinch who stole bitches. Yeah, and the premise is, what was it? It was some dude who was mad that Santa Claus didn't get him like what he wanted when he was a kid. So I guess he turned into some kind of like North Pole pimp and was like on a mission to steal Mrs. Claus away from Santa Claus.
Best thing I've ever heard in my life.
You know what? You can't. You can't even be mad at that. You ain't paying shit for it,
and you can't get that nowhere else but there.
There are a lot of movies like that on there,
right?
Like, but they were shot with camcorders, and
right,
you know, the brothers and sisters out here making up movies that they wrote on their lunch.
And the
break.
crazy thing is, I'd go to the theater to see that if it was done well.
No, you
like,
wouldn't.
I would definitely go see that. The Grinch Who Stole Bitches.
Hold on. So you're going to.
Who would you want to star in that?
We go together.
Oh, okay.
Wait. Who's playing Mrs. Claus?
I don't know. Who knows who these people are?
No, I'm saying like if they made it into a Hollywood version, like who would play?
I don't know. Maybe they could do a Mrs. Doubtfire type thing. Like,
oh God!
Whoever's playing the Grinch is playing Mrs. Claus too.
Oh my God! It's like Tyler Perry presents Grinch Who Stole Bitches.
Me and my wife's first date was I took her to see Keanu.
Oh, nice.
I took my wife to see The Ring.
She
don't like horror movies. I tell her all the time, like, you was really trying to get with me.
Right? That's what I said. After going to see Keanu, I was like, we going on a second date after that? I was like, all right. I must have been laying it down flat.
You was getting talked about that week. But
I probably was.
Yeah.
I probably was getting talked about.
Like, this funny dude took me to go see this movie about the cat.
I liked that movie.
I've never seen it, and I'm not going
to never
to
saw
it. Right. And I like them too. Rob, what do you got? How many do you have?
I want to say I have like 12. I have Prime, Paramount, Peacock, Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN, Apple Plus, Friendly.
First one to mention that one.
Yeah, we got Friendly because Ronnie likes to watch her Christmas movies and the Hallmark Channel and the Game Show Network and all that stuff. Netflix. Probably missing one or two, but it's most of the staple ones.
And Mike, what about you?
I got Netflix, of course, but like I say, T-Mobile plays that, so it has ads, which don't bother me. But I still have cable, so
damn.
Yeah, I still have cable. I still watch cable, and I have Max, but that's because I still have. It gets.
Look at that shirt.
Yeah, I was about to say the haircut. It all goes back to the shirt. All right, my man said I got cable and streaming.
I don't only pay for like because I have
money bags.
No, for the case of our argument, you make a lot of money.
How are your diamond shoes feeling?
No. What else I got? Nobody. Prime, Netflix. No, your Netflix, Prime, Max, and Disney Plus. I think that's it.
Now, with this move, how many you consider getting rid of Netflix?
I say T-Mobile pays mine, so it's not bothering me either way.
That might be one of the last ones I get rid of.
You guys don't look. It looks like you want to raise your hands, but you're not happy that you're saying no.
Like if there's a certain threshold that if they start reaching like $30 a month, it's going.
I've already talked to Steven about only keeping it when things that we want to watch come out.
Yeah,
because it just doesn't feel.
I do that.
It doesn't feel necessary. I don't watch it as much as I used to. Yeah. So why not? Like when Stranger Things comes out, have it for the month. When like that, just not have the ability to watch it all the time. I'm okay with that.
It feels like half the time they're fleecing us in order to pay for their shitty ass movies that they make, like the one with Millie Bobby Brown and what's his nuts.
Sherlock.
No.
The Enola Holmes.
The Damsel.
Yeah.
Is that what?
I was thinking about it. I thought it was another one that's out recently.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's been in a lot of stuff.
I think.
Okay.
Who is it?
With her and Chris Pratt.
That's it.
State,
yeah.
I think.
That's the one. So
it's a racket. It's all a racket.
And it's lost them like $100 million. And they're making us pay for it.
Here's the funny thing with Netflix. Like, they are the most pain in the ass streaming service. They always announcing things that get in the way, like the password sharing and a bunch of other things. But then they're always they're raising the charge because I don't know why. Like, it might be finding out the hard way soon. I have too many, and like I'm actually thinking about which ones to get rid of. Like I like Amazon and Apple. Yeah. Thinking about getting rid of Max, Netflix. Hulu just has TV shows that you can't find anywhere, so I kind of hold on to that. But mine is bundled with Disney. I did that a while ago, but I was going to say something. But before we move on, give me your top 3 streaming apps right now? I just gave you mine. It's Amazon, Apple, and it's Hulu for me right now. I think I'm forgetting one, but let's go around the circle real quick. Go back, Rob. What about you? Rob looks lost. You want me to come back?
No, it's going to be Netflix, HBO, and Paramount.
Okay.
Star Trek a lot, yeah.
That's a good point.
Except for
Jay?
Section 31. Don't ever watch that.
It's terrible. I haven't watched
it yet.
The worst fucking thing I've seen all year.
Oh wow! So I won't.
That's
I might check it
disappointing.
out just because you said it's so bad. Like I want to see how bad it is. Crunchyroll is probably my top. I'm watching that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
What would be my next one? It used to be Hulu, but yeah, it wasn't worth $20 a month, so that got cut.
I gotta look at that.
Maybe Paramount and Amazon.
Okay.
That might. And I've been thinking about getting Apple TV, so something else might go.
Apple is like, if to compare it to anything, it's like Amazon. Like they have a lot of good shows. That's another station where you can see where their money's going. We always talk about Amazon. Like they put it, like you can see the money. You can see it like in their shows, and they have the ability to you know how Amazon you can like stream other apps through that app. You can do it on that too.
Oh, okay.
So like it's versatile. So that's why I like it. Like I signed up for Monarch 2 years ago for a free trial, and I just never cut it off. Tosh, you're next.
My number one is Crunchyroll. That is all I watch.
Mm-hmm.
That's primarily what I watch. I don't watch Netflix a whole lot anymore. When I do watch it, it's because an anime's streaming rights got exclusive to Netflix, and so I'll watch it there. So that's been the last couple of seasons, is just for anime purposes. There's no Netflix show or movie series that I'm like really watching. I don't have a third, to be honest with you. I barely watch my Hulu anymore. And Disney Plus is only when something comes out like a Marvel show, or if a Disney movie that I missed in the theater comes on the service. That's about it. That's the only time I really watch it. So I only have 2. Is the Crunchyroll and like the bottom tier, like number 2 is Netflix.
Okay. And Megan, what about you?
Crunchyroll, Viki, and Netflix.
Okay. Mike?
Max. I watch a lot of the Boondocks.
Oh yeah, that's on there.
I guess I'd be. It really depends on like the rest of them. What shows on? If it's Disney Plus, if a new Marvel show is on Prime, if Invincible or another. Heck, I watch Teen Wolf on Prime. I do watch Teen Wolf on Prime. I love Teen Wolf, and I don't have Hulu, so I guess it's just the 3 I have. I mean, Netflix when it's something I hear about, or Chappelle Show. But I don't watch a lot of Netflix. I dumped Cobra Kai. I'm sorry. That's the wrong phrase. It makes sense. I didn't like it. I stopped watching the Cobra Kai and Stranger Things like after season 2 or 3. I just let it go. You know, just moved on. But yeah.
So you know, to our listeners, the Multiverse crew will continue to monitor the streaming situation. But it's getting a little out of hand. The bill's creeping up.
For sure.
It's just too much. And especially when some of them, it's not like a lot of those movies are exclusive. If you wait long enough, it will be on the streaming that you have. And I just remember Tasha was talking about anime. I'm going to have to wait till Castlevania is over to actually get rid of Netflix.
It feels like the streaming services are getting like McDonald's. You know, like
What's
McDonald's forgot the place they were in. Like you go to McDonald's and you come back with a bill for like $30. Like you go to McDonald's because you want something cheap and fast, not because
yeah.
I might as well go to Olive Garden or something if I'm going to pay that much.
Yeah, nobody's driving along and says, "Let's go to McDonald's." You go to McDonald's because
Right?
it's there. It's
there.
It's like, oh, here it is. That's
And
how
now
they
come-
survive.
And now I'm coming with a bill for $30. Like,
It's like,
get out of here.
What did I order? Like, I don't want that.
And now I'm feeling like when we were kids and our parents be like, "You got McDonald's money?" Now I'm saying that to them, like, "You got McDonald's money?" Like I'm saying the same stuff.
I'm like that all the time. Like we got.
Like I'll make you a hamburger at home with the green peppers hanging out of it.
Right. My daughter, she said it's a while ago. She wanted chicken fingers. I'm like, we got nuggets in the freezer. She's like, no, they different. I was like, listen, I will cook them joints and come around to the front and deliver them to them if you want that experience. It's the same damn thing.
I'll get you a paper bag and everything.
Yeah, you want the grease stains? I'll do it all for you. All for you. So Megan and Tasha and Jay, I believe, are solo leveling watchers.
Oh yeah.
So,
I'm sure Rob is too. Rob, I know Rob's been watching. You haven't been watching Solo Leveling?
God, Solo Leveling is good. I'm surprised. Is there a reason you don't want to watch? Like, it's just such a good story, and they cut out all the bullshit. So you're not watching a fight for like 5 episodes. You know, like the fight scene will be like 1 episode.
So hold on. So before we get into that, for people that aren't watching, like, can someone give like just a breakdown? And I believe what season ended recently. Is that what
it ends It ends next week.
One more episode.
So like, let's just talk about what the show is about. A high level, with some detail. Tell us about the show for the other 3 of us that aren't here that may want to watch. Like,
who wants to take it?
Come on, Tosh.
You want to take it, Tosh? Go ahead, Tosh.
Go ahead, take it.
Okay. I mean, you guys read the book, so it seems like you're a better fit, but
the Mawas.
Yeah. So Solo Leveling is a series that takes place in Korea because it's a Korean-based medium for the manhwas and the anime. No, it's made in Japan, but it's a Korean.
They're in Korea.
Yes, the story takes place in Korea. And so there's a bunch of people who have awakened abilities, and they can enroll to be what's called a hunter. So kind of think of it as like, see, My Hero is not a good example, but
well, I think like video games, but it's basically like video games. Dungeons one day opened up in the real world, and monsters started coming out. So people got awakened, and now go into the dungeons and fight the beasts and whatnot.
Yeah. So depending on you have a certain hunter level. So it basically is about as much magic power as you have. You can't increase your power. Like what you awaken your ability to be, that is the power level you get. But in the case of our protagonist, he is one of the exceptions to the rule. He was a lower ranked hunter, very weak, not have a bunch of magical power at all. On the verge of death, he gets a prompt, kind of like how you would in an isekai, where there's a screen in front of your face as if you're playing a virtual reality game, and he chooses to get his life saved by becoming what's called a player. At this point in the show, we don't know what a player actually is. I don't know if that question is answered yet in the books. If either of you know, nope. Okay.
Well, the series is actually over.
Oh, the series is done. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we never really figure out what a quote player is. But once our main character, Sun Jinwoo, when he agrees to the terms, he starts to become one of the only people who can level up. So that's kind of leading to the title Solo Leveling. So he'll go into dungeons and fight a bunch of monsters, and he can actually level up his powers. For most of what has aired so far, his motivation for powering up is to find a cure for his mother's illness. So in this world, if a person without magical abilities is exposed long enough to someone who has a magic power, they kind of get a illness because their body is, well, not everybody has it. It's only people who are not magic resistant. They fall ill. So he has motivation to level up and find an answer to his mother's illness because she's been in what they call an eternal sleep for 4 years now, and he's taking care of his younger sister. So the show and the manhwa is basically going through his journey of leveling up and surpassing what anybody think is possible for a awakened hunter to experience. And it's a very good show, like Megan was saying, or Jay was saying, I forget who said it, sorry. They really just cut out the filler. I think it was Megan who said it. There's no filler. Every episode has a clear objective of what's coming next for our character to overcome. Very well done. I would definitely recommend it. It's a shonen, but it doesn't go to the lengths of extending battles and character arcs like they do with, not character arcs, I'm sorry, story arcs like they do with My Hero Academia, Dragon Ball Z, Hunter x Hunter, stuff like that.
Okay.
It's not Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, there's 24 episodes right now, like total for the series, and there's probably only going to be maybe 50 by the time it ends, because there's not a whole lot of to the. I mean, there's a lot to the manhwa left, but not like a ton. So I'm thinking maybe 2, possibly 3 more seasons.
If they keep going at this pace, it's going to be over in 2 seasons.
Yeah.
But then there's a sequel, so
yes,
they'll probably go into that if it stays popular. And
Yeah.
the sequel's been amazing too. So it deals with his son and his and his power. His powers are like, if you haven't read it,
I haven't read it.
he inherits some of his dad's powers, but because
Nice.
his dad is still who he is,
Yeah.
something else happens. So
All right.
like
all right.
I won't spoil it for you because it's kind of cool. I don't know. But the
sorry.
story is the story seems very simple, and it is, and that's part of what makes it cool. It's like there's not a lot of like twists and turns. Well, the twists and turns haven't happened yet, and it's not even a twist or turn. Like, we haven't really gotten into the meat of the story, even though we're like 2 seasons fully in. We don't. If you're only an anime watcher, you don't know what the story is yet. You only know that Jinwoo is leveling up and he's a badass now, and his whole persona is like, he's not like any other protagonist in like an anime or like a animation. He's like the personification, like how the young people say Riz. He's the personification of being like the coolest motherfucker in the planet. Like, he starts off as like the nerdiest, geekiest dude you could be, and then all of a sudden the dude is, his dick is
He levels up.
Yeah, his nuts are hanging the whole. Like, when he does something, he just he has to do it the most badass way you could do it. Like, if somebody's getting their ass whooped,
Mutilation.
he's letting them get their ass whooped until he can come in as smooth as possible and save them. And it's hilarious when he does it. He's like, "Oh yeah, you want me to do this for you, baby? All right, here you go. Let me handle this for you real quick." And he just proceeds to whoop their ass like it's the wildest shit you'll ever see.
Yeah. The last week's episode ended in a cliffhanger, that drove people nuts.
The most blood-boiling cliffhanger. But then it was like you felt satisfied, but you were like table flipping angry. Like, what are y'all doing to me?
Because it was an entire episode without the main character, and you watched, because it was all these S-level hunters, which is like the highest level, obviously. Yeah. Getting their asses whooped, just
Murdered,
decapitated, arms taken off. he located the healer because he kept having to heal the guy he was beat the Mr. Ma. He kept ripping him apart, and the healer kept putting him back together. So and of course afterwards he's like, "Oh, we got a good healer." Dumbass.
Okay. And what is this streaming on?
Crunchyroll.
I might borrow somebody's logins.
Yeah, if you can watch it, you should watch it. It's good.
It is just chef's kiss, awesome. This week's episode was just him destroying the Ant King, and it was awesome. Awesome.
So I know I know it has to be good because, you know, Jay was just talking about how Mike is smiling. Like, Jay hasn't smiled on this damn show about anything.
Yeah, it got me amped up. It got it's the kind of show that makes me want to animate again. And I haven't animated anything in 20 years. But it makes me want to get my animation gear out.
Okay, so like for our listeners who, I guess it's just me, Mike, and Robert who aren't watching, but you know, if you haven't been watching, it's coming highly recommended. It seems so. Check that out. And let's see. Let's talk Invincible. Third season ended last week, I believe. And it was another solid season. Show of hands, who watched Invincible?
I'm a couple episodes behind.
Mike, what did you think this
last
season?
Good. The ending was good, but it was kind of slow in between. It was some rough patches for me. But when it finally got to the ending, I was like, oh, wow. You know, this is wow. But I was like, before that, like the first episodes went from a half hour to 2 hours. It seemed like these are some long ass episodes. And you know what, my attention span ain't that much, but I was watching it. I stuck through it, and like I said, I was happy I did. The last 2 episodes were worth it.
Does Thrag ever show up?
No, not yet.
Okay.
He fought Conquest at the end.
Okay.
I thought. Go ahead, Mike.
That's pretty good. I mean, it was good. It was good. Again, I'm a comic guy, so it's not blowing me away. Like for people who don't keep up with comics and stuff, it's all right. It's better. I like it. I'd recommend it.
Okay, Tosh, go ahead. What did you think of this last season?
Thought it was good. It's disgusting, but good. There are plenty of times I was just flinching. I was like, "Oh man, that's so nasty!" Like it's very well done story. If I could recommend it to people who don't really watch animated things, I would. Like it's not your typical animation where, you know, you're like, oh, you're a nerd, but it's also not like cartoony in terms of like South Park, Family Guy, and all that. So like people have preconceived notions about animation, and I wish I could somehow convince people to just watch the show. It's really good. I don't know if I necessarily agree with how Cecil has been handling Mark and his family this season. Yeah. There are times where I'm like, Cecil, you're getting on my nerves. Like he's doing too much, like a mix of Batman prepping for the worst for this alien species coming to Earth and has precautions, and then also getting vibes of Amanda Waller from him as well.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't like Cecil.
Definitely some Nick Fury, Amanda Waller season in there with him. He did have a rough season. But go ahead, continue.
His little brother Oliver, he was getting on my last nerve.
What? I loved Oliver.
And I'm like, kid, I need you to sit down. Please. But yeah, good voice performances. Character development for Mark. I don't know if I think he got like significant development. Maybe unless I'm just not remembering the entire season as a whole, but um like I know that he's still dealing with what happened between him and his dad in that fight and all the lives lost, but um and so we're seeing him kind of like deal with it, but I felt like we could have gotten a little bit more development from him somehow. I don't know how to put it into words. The Guardians of the Globe. Their name is just funny. The Guardians of the Globe. We I don't know how I feel about that whole team, really. I
The
feel like we
Guardians of the
probably
Globe.
could have, yeah. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like we could have done without them this season, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like for me, I would have wanted to focus more on what Alan and Omni-Man were doing and kind of develop the resistance that Alan was talking about and like getting that ball rolling. Um, but I'm digressing. Sorry. Yes, good season. Good season.
I liked the season 2. I actually thought it was better than the second one. Now, to what Mike was saying, I thought the second season was really slow. But this one, what parts were slow for you, Mike? After like, what are like where some of the laws were for you this season?
Maybe it was just the episode lengths were too long, but I actually like Cecil's story. When they gave us some background history on Cecil, the scar on his face, things like that. But the whole, I guess maybe the love thing with Mark and Eve, you know, him going into his little private business, I thought that was kind of corny for me. And superhero for hire. You know, I don't know. It just didn't.
Can I say one thing about the romance thing? Like, it's better than it was with the other girl. Like, she was like the most annoying.
Yeah, I give it that because it's more out in the open.
She was annoying. Yeah.
Well, Eve was annoying, but she's in the situation. She knows what's going on. You don't have to hide from her. I liked Oliver too. Oliver didn't bother me. I mean, he was just being a little brother, so I could see I didn't have a problem with Oliver.
I was just scared for his. I was just scared for his life when Conquest was stretching him.
I need him to get a better costume though. Yeah. I need him to stop wearing the singlet and shorts.
He looked like Robin.
I need that to go.
He did. He did look like Robin.
Yeah. Looked like Robin. And Invincible's blue suit made me think of Nightwing. So I was like, "Is Robin Nightwing?"
Yeah, that's a good comparison there. Now, I know they're like notable voice actors, but Jeffrey Dean coming in with it was like a spot on Negan for me, that last episode. Now, when he was Conquest.
Oh, was he? Oh, wow.
Yeah, and first of all, I don't know why that mom let Oliver go to that fight. I was like, oh, that baby gonna die. And I was like as soon as he got his hands on, I'm like, oh, that's it. But then when he got his hands on Eve, I was like, oh no. I was like, please, girl, like, why are you here? That was all kind of stressful because when Viltrumites get their hands on you, especially the bad ones, like, it's over. Like, you muted, Jay. Is he? We can't hear you.
Lower your mic on your headset.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
You were like somebody's pop-up on the video cam, like, lower the microphone, pop-up.
I'm usually on this.
Hey, he got them gray hairs for a reason. Them gray hairs and that shit for a reason, sir.
We're all motioning to the lower. He's on his face like, what's...
These headphone thingamajiggies.
Oh God! What were you saying now, Jay?
I don't know what I was saying.
We're talking about Conquest when he got his hands on Eve and he punched her face off. Damn.
Yeah. Once a Viltrum, if you're not another Viltrumite, you're kind of toast.
Yeah, I'm like, that poor baby. Why are you here? It was a good season though. I liked it better than the last one.
Third season was a little slow. I didn't like the third season. I mean, the second season.
Yeah,
second season.
one.
Second season. I don't even remember that really. I guess
Exactly. It was the aftermath, and is that when he went out to the planet? That's when he went out to the planet and met his dad again.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't tell you. I don't know who he fought. That I don't know what the cliffhanger was. I remember the Martians. Those I forgot what they
weird
call
ant people.
I forgot about them. They were no the things that were taking control of people that came from Mars. They fought them on a space station. I'm watching it all.
Things.
Yeah.
I have to rewatch.
What was the cliffhanger for the second season, Tosh? Do you remember? Do you remember the second season?
Vaguely. Is it the brain guy? Turns out he wasn't dead. Was that it?
Oh, see, yeah, he did come back this
voiced
season.
by Sterling K. Brown.
Right, he was in that season. He was in that season.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to watch it now. I just finished the first season, and that's still pretty good. Pretty good TV right there.
Do we have any particular thoughts as to why certain outlets are not rating this season very well? I mean, we know IGN doesn't know how to read shit, but they have it down as a 4 out of 10.
I think bad ratings is one way to get your webpage noticed. I think at this point, I don't know.
Like right now, everybody just loves to hate, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. The same thing's happening with Daredevil right now, and we'll move on to that. But this was another good season for Invincible. Like the voice acting was good. The storylines are pretty good. They will be venturing into uncharted territory. I know they're saying it's going to be original
season 5
content, right?
Is Miller going to be writing it?
I don't know.
So.
I think he
Mark Millar.
Yeah, you're right. He said it's an unused comic storyline, so we have that to look forward to. So thumbs up on Invincible. The one criticism of this show is most people tend not to know when it's back. And oh, that's on. Like a friend of mine is like, oh, like what episode is Invincible on? I'm like, it's on the last episode for this season. I don't know what
happened to me.
Yeah, that's what happened last season when they broke it in half. It came out in fall and then it came back in spring, I think, and nobody knew. And that might have been why season 2 so unforgettable. It was 8 episodes and they released them 4 at a time, and I don't think that works. Like, just make it
that's
weekly.
not good.
Yeah, just do the weekly thing.
Yeah, just wait and just release it all.
Right. Moving to another show now.
One thing I will say before we move on.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I'm noticing about Invincible, and it's not a good thing, is that the animation quality is dipping a lot.
You think so?
Yeah, it's watch the first season again and then watch just for comparison.
Did you see the last episode?
Well, I didn't see the last episode, but I'm assuming that maybe they saved their budget for the last.
Okay, because that has some great shots. Like when you finally do watch that, and now I'm watching the whole thing over now, but let me know when you watch this last season.
Maybe they saved their budget for the last episode. They could have. That happens.
Okay. I don't think a lot of you are watching this because the only person I heard mention that they have the streaming service is Rob. Is anybody watching Severance?
I want to keep watching. I want to watch that. It's on Hulu, right?
No, it's on Apple Plus. I watched the first season, but I stopped Apple Plus.
Did you like the first season?
I did.
Okay.
Season 2 finale was just today.
Yeah, it was just what?
The season 2 finale was today.
Oh, I watched it. Yes. Oh, you watched it today?
Yeah.
Okay, and so, um, well, I guess between you and Megan, we can talk briefly about this. Like I watched the first season in one day, like 3 weeks ago. Like it was set bizarre and weird and interesting. Season 2 was weird.
It was more
We'll talk
weird.
about. Yeah, it was. And what is your well? So both of you, what was your thoughts on season 1? And I guess Robert, we can get your assessment on 2. What did you think of the show, Megan, the first season?
I thought it was really smart. It also it makes you think a lot about what you actually do at work. It's like, do I actually go in and is my brain like severed from what I'm actually doing? Am I living in I don't know. I thought it's just really interesting, and I Adam Scott is just a fantastic actor.
That he is. Still call him Griff. From Boy Meets World.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
What about you, Robert? And I'm sorry. Before you go into that, real quick, for those that haven't watched Severance, Severance is a show about gentleman works for a company, but more importantly, like your mind, the memory is separated. So when you go to work, you don't remember
your coworker. Nothing like
you're a different person at work. So like you don't have any recollection of work, and your inside, or your innie as they call them, has no recollection of what's going on the outside. This is essentially two people. Even though I don't know if it's separate personalities, I don't know if they act different. But
they have similar personalities. They just don't have memories, so they create new memories while they're in there. So essentially, they're different people.
Right. And as basic as that sounds, it's really good TV. It's 2 seasons in. I still don't know what's going on. That finale left a lot of questions, and I was mad at Mark S. At the end of that season.
Me off too.
What the fuck really are you doing? Yeah, and it was season 2 was so strange. Like the opening, like the whole thing the whole show is strange. Like the look of the show is strange. Like the music, the opening, like everything is just weird, and it's so interesting. It's supposed to. They say it's mapped out for 4 seasons. I hope it does end after 4 seasons, because I think if you stretch it on any longer, it's just like
you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose the plot. I mean,
right.
Ronnie hates the show, but she's gonna keep watching
it. Why does she hate it?
Because it's so weird and it doesn't make any sense. But I mean, they're doing that for a reason. Obviously, they're stringing us along with intrigue, with just enough information to kind of keep us interested. And then just the way that everything's designed, and the acting is really well done too.
Yeah, that intro and like parts of the show are just hypnotic. Like, this is gonna sound bad, but it's not, because the show's boring. But it puts me to sleep. Like, and Z's like, "Why are you watching this right now?" Like, it's very like dim and dark, and the visuals are just, they're hypnotic.
It's usually pretty quiet. It's like not.
It is
like you said, the tone is really low.
Mm-hmm. So, if you get rid of one streaming, or someone offers you some logins for Apple, I suggest checking that one out. Moving on to Daredevil now. I know who's watching Daredevil.
I can't watch it.
You can't. You're not watching it, Tosh, Megan? No?
I attempted to watch it, and I got so like shell shocked because of everything going on right now politically in the world, that I was like, I can't watch this. I'm too mad. I watch this stuff to disassociate with what's going on in the world around me.
Okay. And Tash, you just not into it? And
I just haven't started yet. I'm kind of nervous too, just because I loved it when it was on Netflix, and now that it's on Disney, I'm kind of scared it's ruined. I've heard you guys say it's good, in, group chats and stuff. So I
Mhm.
think at this point, there's only going to be 8 episodes, right? So I might as well
Mhm.
just wait until the last half drops and then I'll binge watch it all.
All right. So, Mike, you said you're watching. Jay doesn't know what Disney Plus is anymore, and Robert, you are watching it also.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you two think of Daredevil? Three episodes in.
I'm down with it. I haven't found anything wrong with it, honestly.
Mhm.
At first, I was kind of wondering what Murdoch's case with the White Tiger was what it had to do with anything, but they kind of brought it back in to the plot. The only thing that I don't like is the marriage counseling with Fisk and his wife. That whole thing is kind of, I don't know, kind of boring. I don't like their dynamic in this one, honestly. It was better when they were working together, but I understand why they're doing it. He kind of left her in the lurch after season 3. It was good to see Frank again. I made the joke to you guys that I was going to call him in for hoarding those postal tubs. It's illegal to have those unless you're using them for mail. It's actually a federal crime. It's a $1,000 fine and 3 years in prison for unauthorized use of a plastic tub that belongs to the post office.
Hey, someone once left it at my house.
That's absurd.
Yeah, you just put it back out in the mailbox.
I did. Eventually.
But yeah, beyond all that
I
stuff.
forgot.
It's so well put together, though. Like, I should be able to keep it if I find it.
I know, it's so good. But
Finders keepers.
I like the conversation he and Frank had because it kind of alluded to the.
But that don't try not to spoil nothing for our Tasha.
I'm not going to spell anything other than I'm going to just kind of put in a real world analogy to it to the people who have the Punisher logo on their cars with the blue line on it.
Yeah.
They kind of hinted to the irony of them rallying behind a vigilante who hates and kills cops for them to say that he's the one that represents the blue line, which I always thought was hilarious and ironic.
It's like you could tell you haven't read a comic book.
Yeah, you don't even know what you have on your car, you dumb shit. Your truck's boosted too high. Your brain doesn't work up there.
Your truck nuts are dragging.
What about you, Mike?
I enjoy it. It's going. I need some Daredevil to show back up soon, but I'm enjoying it. I understand Fisk and the Cape Killer bill, whatever it's called. No, Cape Killer is or was that the group? Whatever it's called, the bill is. That I'm actually reading the Spider-Man comics. It's kind of coinciding. It actually just ended in the comics where I'm at. I'm still a year behind in comics, but whatever. It is. I enjoyed it. I don't. For me, it's the same level as it was for Netflix. It didn't bother me. It's just, I think, I wish they would have done more with the White Tiger. I really wish they would have seen him more, but I don't think it's supposed to be about him. Not to say too much. I think it's he's the setup for the whoever. But it was really good to see Frank see the Punisher back. I did enjoy that. I caught the reference that Rob was talking about. That was cool. Like I said, I'm enjoying it. I'm looking forward to it. I am glad it's once a week though. I can get it, watch it. I'm not and just get it over with, and I take a break in between.
You're not a big binger?
Not a big binger, no. Because I don't have, like I say, I still, when I come home, I'm watching old Cosby Show reruns. I only watch this stuff when I'm at work. When I'm at work, I put my phone on and I watch what I can watch at work. When I'm home, I'm watching Conan right now. Conan for the 400th time. So I don't watch a lot of TV at home. Just what I've already DVR'd a million times. So.
Okay. I'm getting the same vibes too. It's the same visuals from the original Daredevil series. I do need to see a little more of Hornhead, but I'm enjoying the performances. Everybody has showed up for the show, so to speak. Fisk in his current position. I find that interesting. I hope that it just maintains. Like there are a number of Disney Plus shows that started off well, and I ended up hating them at the end. I don't think I'm going to hate Daredevil by the time this is done. Like watching this, it's made me realize how much I missed this whole Defenders / Daredevil scene since it left Netflix, and how street level heroes just make better TV shows for me.
And more relatable to us.
Yeah, the personal aspect, right? And with Netflix, with all the shows, the biggest star was New York. It I'm not saying there were no special effects or blue screens or sets, but it was good to see that realism in there, and it's on track to being one of, well, it would be their best show. Not really a lot of competition for that, but I hope some more of them come back. I hope Jessica comes back. Luke, you package Iron Fist in there somewhere. Like again, I know people do not like Iron Fist, but if you didn't watch that second season of Iron Fist, you can see the improvement. It was a good show when it was cut off. So Daredevil, hope he keeps it going there. Real quick, if we didn't have anything else on Daredevil, what's that face for, Jay? What happened?
Saying Iron Fist was a good show.
I said the second season.
Danny Rand.
No, did you watch the second season?
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
I did too.
Yeah.
It was better than.
It went from a -10 to a 0. So it was better. It was still shitty.
It was a good season. It was a good season. We're not having any of that tonight. All right, we're in our Salmon shirts, and Jay is smiling. We're gonna stay positive tonight.
Stay happy. Stay happy.
All right, Saturday, we're all in good moods and everything.
You know, Mike made me happy while I was smiling.
I am the light. I do bring the light. So
that little twinkle in his eye. I was like, "Get out of here, Mike."
Jesus.
He don't even know how to react. He don't know how to react.
When do I not come in here with some pleasantness, sir? I don't come in here.
No,
every week.
You be cussing them students out that you work with, talking about how your back hurt or whatever.
Cussing the casuals out, the students out.
Falling asleep.
No, he hasn't. No, he's been good.
Okay, all right.
All right. Good with that.
It's been a minute since I've been on.
He's been using that CPAP machine.
Sir, I just did my sleep study, sir. I haven't got my sleep machine yet. I did study last week, so no.
Your Vader mask.
I got one of those.
Listen,
I've got one of those.
Listen.
We don't quit the go.
Real quick, I just George Foreman passed. Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
So just wanted to mention.
I will grill something in his honor.
Right.
Yeah, I think we all had the Foreman grills and
grill my foot.
Watch this TV show.
I had a George Foreman outdoor grill.
Oh, I did too.
Yeah,
when I lived in my apartment.
Right? Yeah, I was living it up.
Now he's hanging out.
He's going to have a good legacy, though. He got about 15 kids named George.
He does.
Well, he had that movie last year. Was it last year? Did anybody go see that movie?
Yeah.
Was it a couple years ago? Really?
It was a couple. I think it was a couple
2 years ago. Yeah.
That movie went right to home box office.
Right to TV.
TV.
What did I say?
I said TV.
Right to TB.
Okay.
Right to tuberculosis.
Man, don't ruin it.
Sorry.
Sorry,
Quincy.
Like, damn, if I get a charge for this shit next month, they got my email address and everything, man.
If they've got me trying to pay for the credits you stole,
they'll find me, man.
Bitches.
I have it on, and I'm showing my kids the old cartoons. Like, this is the good stuff. They don't watch it. I'd be so mad. Like, y'all don't know nothing, man. Streaming. Okay. But that's all on the docket tonight. What else has been up with you guys that you would like to share as we near the end of the very pleasant episode.
I only
Very
have one
pleasant
thing.
episode.
Very pleasant. Super pleasant.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Rob.
2 days ago, finally got Assassin's Creed Shadows came out. And by all the reviews, a couple of YouTubers I listened to, Paul Tassi, I know you know him from his Destiny stuff, and my friends, it's fine. Everything in the game is fine. There's no controversy. All the stuff that was blown up, causing Ubisoft to put it into delay it a couple times. It's all just nonsense. It's just people causing drama and hate just because they can't stand that there's a black lead in a game. Assassin's Creed has never. It's been historical fantasy. It's never adhered to. Some assassin never fist fought the Pope in real life. Leonardo da Vinci never had an actual flying machine that worked.
Right.
So to have basically everything in Yasuke's history is factual, except for they don't know if he was actually a samurai or not. And so that's the only thing they changed. They made him a samurai, and for whatever reason, people had a shit fit about it. But there's nothing wrong with the game. It's an Assassin's Creed game.
Out of all games that you can possibly think of that always draw some kind of controversy, it's usually Assassin's Creed is in there. I remember, what was it? What's the people who represent the animals? Like
PETA.
Yeah, they were mad at Black Flag for hunting video game whales.
Weren't they mad at Red Dead Redemption too?
Oh, I don't.
They're
I
mad
didn't
at
hear
everybody.
that one.
They're mad at them for the horse stuff, I think.
Yeah.
So you bought the game, Rob?
I'm going to. I think we'll get into a lull in Monster Hunter, so I don't, because there's a title update coming up. I think once that's I'm done with that, I'll probably take a break so I don't burn myself out, and I'll play Assassin's Creed. But I want to play it. Like I said, I haven't played one since whatever the last one of Ezio was. Was that Brotherhood? Syndicate?
Ezio, that was Revelations.
Okay, it was that. And then
when he was in the Middle East.
Okay. And then I have Black
never
Flag
finished
also,
an
but I
Assassin's
haven't
Creed
played it
game.
yet.
What? Assassin's Creed, that was my jam from
Brotherhood wasn't the best game I ever played.
It is. And that had the DLC, right? That was the one in Rome.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the one you call your homies and they just come out of nowhere. Yeah.
But that was that one. I know. I think that's the one that was in. That was right after 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the one then. Yeah, that one was good. But I got off at Black Flag, which was probably
I think Black Flag left when I played.
Oh, they are remastering Black Flag, just so you know.
I'm not doing it. No, I'm sorry. No, Assassin's Creed, no. It was a beautiful game on the original system. I'm pretty sure they'll make it look nice. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. You're not going to get me with this.
Yeah, so from what I heard, it's an Assassin's Creed game with combat not quite as good as Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Ghost was really good. What else? Well, you haven't played it yet. Okay.
And I'm watching Reacher also. Reacher is going to be over next week, and it's been pretty good so far.
Yeah.
I wanted to watch that.
Yeah.
I tried, and I just never followed up. It's his third season?
Third.
Yeah, it's his third season.
Yeah,
Reacher on Amazon.
On Amazon. Yeah.
Amazon show.
Yeah, S-tier streaming service.
Amazon just got all the rights to Bond also. The Broccoli family relented and sold the rights to Amazon. So
how much did they offer for that?
They got money. They got money.
Give
me that family business. give it to me. Yeah. They offered them a year's worth of free streaming service. They're like, we'll take that. That shit is expensive.
A year free of dog food and toilet paper.
And eggs. Lifetime supply eggs.
Fucking eggs.
What else? Ladies, you got anything? What you been up to?
Yeah, it's been a long time since it has been a sausage fest. Come on.
Well, there's a new bill in Texas that is trying to make sure that is trying to censor anime if it portrays a teenager in any form that they find inappropriate, which they haven't defined, they're going to censor it, which could be Dragon Ball, because early Dragon Ball, Roshi was hitting on Bulma. It could be, any of the teen romance stuff. So there's a lot of voice actors in Texas. Yeah. So this could start a lot of censorship issues within not just the anime community and problems with voice actors, but like just the country at large. Because once it hits Texas, there's a good chance that it'll go further up, or in other states will follow suit.
Yeah, Texas isn't usually the one that people follow. It's usually California.
Yeah, but
People
not red states. I'm talking red states.
I'm not in the red states, though.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for you, man, because I'm up north. We freeze up here.
All right, go ahead, say it, Mike.
Hey man, look, I used to work in what used to be a sundown town. Trust me, I've seen all the trucks and I seen it. I seen it with my own eyes. I'm not. It ain't that. It's real.
Pennsylvania's wild though. In between Pittsburgh and Philly, it's wild.
It is.
My brother lives there. I know.
It's two cities in the wasteland in between. No offense to anybody.
You get a little respite in Harrisburg, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's an outpost right there.
Right? That's Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, we got to keep the lights on at night. Keep the torches burning. All right, we're going to end it with that. If you are new to the show, give us a listen. And if you are a long-time listener, please recommend. We appreciate any support that we get from you guys. And we will see you in a couple of weeks. So we're going to peace out here, and you guys have a great night.
Bye.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Peace.
Oh.